Hey guys, MLP here. Gonna be finishing up Phoenix, Wright, MLP, FIM Turnabout Storm, Part 2/4 of Part 2, whatever. So, let's get to it. Head to a new one now.
This brought up some interesting information, but does the prosecution have anything more regarding the defendant?
Trixie has this weather schedule.
Weather schedule?
Okay.
Like the forecast for each day? How is that evidence?
It's what the weathermare is given to know what weather to make in which areas of Ponyville.
I forgot about that.
You mean you can't just do it for the whole goddamn Ponyville?
It sounds like some
can't
sort
just
of
do that.
twist at the end of a Twilight Zone episode.
Ah!
Lo and behold, Rainbow Trash was scheduled to make several lightning storms at the eastern end of Ponyville.
You just love
This
calling her
is where she
trash,
got the
don't
cloud
you?
From.
Okay.
The court accepts this as evidence.
It's really starting to look like Rainbow Dash did it. But I can't give up. What about motive? I was told murder almost never occurs in Equestria. What could drive my client to kill another?
Oh, that one is easy.
Please explain, Miss Trixie.
Both the victim and defendant were to participate in a monumental
But
race
Rainbow
called
Dash
the
isn't a
Equestrian
murderer.
500.
Yeah.
Damn it, she knows!
Phoenix, language!
Fuck the rules, fuck the game, fuck you tools, fuck your lame. If giving a fuck means sucking up, then fuck it, fuck the fame. A bit unstable, fuck you brain, a bit like Abel, fuck you Cain.
What? Oh. I mean, we could probably just add a 7 onto that and everything would be fine. Do you see what I did there?
Oh, sorry.
The victim, Mr. Ace Swift,
I would've
has
probably
twice
just swore up a
completely
sword.
undefeated in every athletic event he has ever competed in.
That is impressive.
Indeed. Now, Rainbow Trash was probably intimidated by this, and decided to get rid of him like a coward, making it easier to win.
And no, she
is the top
loves
10th
competition.
athlete in Ponyville, after all. She has a reputation to uphold. She could then reap the spoils of the grand prize, flight lessons from her idols, the Wonderbolts.
You have no proof that's what she was thinking.
So, you have no proof that wasn't what she was thinking. Trixie doesn't need to establish a motive. How should Trixie know why she killed him? The point is, Rainbow Trash did it.
Let's hear your explanation on how the murder went down then.
Very well. Rainbow Dash went to the Everfree Forest.
How can you be so sure she was there?
Weren't you listening to what Trixie said earlier? The cloud above the crime scene had her hoof markings. On top of that, some cyan-colored feathers were found around the clearing. 3 guesses as who they belong to, Mr. Wrong.
Scion?
Rainbow Dash, what were you doing there? Okay, continue.
She saw Ace hanging around the forest for whatever reason.
Why would he be hanging around that forest anyway?
That is of no concern to Trixie.
Yes it is.
He had to have had a reason to go in that dangerous forest.
If you think it's so important, why don't you give us an explanation?
I don't have one.
Thought so. Now let Trixie continue.
Do you think it's important why he was in there?
Yeah.
I know for a fact there must have been a good reason why he was in a place like that. I just don't know why yet. I wish I had more time to prepare.
I guess it's my fault for getting you on such short notice.
We're
Yeah.
not gonna let that stop us, though.
Right.
Alright, Trixie. Continue your explanation.
Rainbow Trash saw him at the clearing and an opportunity to permanently
You're really
retire
asking for
him
a
from the
hoof
race.
to the face,
Gathered
aren't you?
some storm clouds and boom! Friday Swift.
Objection!
Don't point that ugly sausage of a finger at Trixie.
You say Rainbow Dash scoped out the victim in the Everfree Forest that night and saw an opportunity to murder him.
Are you deaf? Of course Trixie did. Trixie is always right.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Blind.
What? Blind is not being able to see. Deaf is not being able to hear, you idiot.
No. Blind is how I felt in that forest last night. I couldn't see my hands in front of my face without a light source.
Yeah.
Apple Bloom testified to how dark it was. How could Rainbow Dash see Ace Swift in that darkness and plot to murder him on impulse? Explain that, Trixie. That is, if Trixie's always right. I just have to keep the momentum on our side now.
Is the forest truly that dark at that hour of the night, Miss Trixie?
Well, yeah. Yes.
And the defense has pointed out a flaw in your theory.
Why, are you mocking me?
No, I'm just debunking your flawed theory.
Too bad Trixie has an explanation.
A flashlight?
With us?
Rainbow Trash probably saw him enter the forest while he was still visible. Yes, that's it.
That makes sense.
She then followed him to the clearing and performed the dastardly deed. It is dark in there, yes, but if you follow
if you
the entrance, it would
see
be easy to
them,
track them using
it's kind of
your
hard to
eyesight.
shock them at that right spot.
Sorry, Trixie, but that's impossible as well.
What do you mean?
You said Rainbow Dash was scheduled to cause a storm on the eastern end of Ponyville, where you say she got the storm cloud from. The Everfree Forest is in the west, according to this weather station herself submitted to this court.
No!
No way my client could have flown to the other end of town and back to get a cloud while still tracking
yes she could. She's super freaking fast.
Wright is correct. It would take some time to travel back and forth between the eastern and western ends of town.
Thought you had Trixie there, didn't you?
What?
Premeditated.
You can't be seriously suggesting...
Yes, the defendant must have known he was going to be there, and unlike you, Mr. Wrong, Trixie has proof. The great and powerful Trixie would like to submit this evidence.
A missing cloud report?
Hey.
Go on, read the rest, Your Honor.
Storm cloud missing at 4 p.m. from eastern end of Ponyville. Weathermare in charge, Rainbow Dash.
Ooh.
This can't be!
Take a guess where that missing cloud was found, Mr. Wrong. Right above the Everfree Forest clearing.
My word! So the defendant placed it there earlier? This makes all the defense's objections null and void!
God damn, this is hard. Yes. Yeah, she's looking more and more guilty. Even though we all know she would
Ace was going to be in
never.
that forest, so she placed the cloud in that clearing well in advance.
But how could she have known he would be there?
Trixie will say this again, Mr. Wrong. Who cares? The fact is she did it, and that is all that matters.
No, it doesn't.
What if some other pony moved that cloud?
If that were the case, yes, you could argue another pony moved the cloud. But the only two ponies in that clearing that night were Ace Swift and Rainbow Trash. Unless,
there was
of course,
something
you
else.
have proof there was another Mr. Wrong.
I don't right now.
Then it is to be assumed that Rainbow Trash moved that cloud there in foresight that Ace would be there.
I've heard enough. With all this evidence applied, I can safely hand down my verdict.
No, Your Honor! There still might be something we're looking over.
The prosecution agrees.
Huh? She's agreeing with me? Why?
Trixie still has some more evidence. This!
What is that?
We found this in the victim's bag on the crime scene. A little burnt considering what happened, but the contents are still unharmed.
Huh? No! Please put that away!
The contents of this envelope are quite shocking. No pun intended.
I'm begging you, please don't open it!
Whatever's in that envelope really has Rainbow Dash spooked. What on earth is in there?
Fillies and gentle colts. Trixie will now reveal to the courtroom what secrets...
Remember that's gonna tackle her before she could open?
Please don't do it, Trixie!
I have a bad feeling about this. I hope whatever's in there doesn't hurt Rainbow Dash's case even more.
Wow, Rainbow Dash, who would have thought?
What? What? What?
Interesting.
Well, she's taking weird photos of herself.
Or Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
Life is ruined!
As you can see, the defendant has some very bizarre tastes.
Wait! What was the point in showing these pictures? How do they relate to the crime in question?
They were in the victim's bag, weren't they? They are important evidence. Do you think Trixie would be so low as to show these pictures for the sole purpose of humiliating the defendant?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think you did. What were pictures like these doing on the victim anyway?
How should Trixie know?
You said these pictures
I guess
were
that's
recording
good we
evidence,
didn't
you're not even gonna
fully
explain
see the
why.
picture.
Now I know you just brought them out to embarrass Rainbow Dash.
In any case, the court accepts these photos as evidence. After that little side note, can I declare my verdict now?
Most certainly, Your Honor.
Phoenix, do something quick.
To be honest, I don't know what to do. I've never encountered first-degree murder with a storm cloud before.
You said you wing it all the time, right? Well, wing it!
What is it, Mr. Wright?
How are you so sure my client was at the scene of the crime? If I recall correctly, she was picked up at her house, not on location.
Trixie already explained that, you imbecile. Her hoof marks were on the cloud and her feathers were all over the place. You don't think that's incriminating enough?
Yes, but the cloud could have been moved by someone else, and feathers could have been gathered from anywhere. Just
Yeah.
as hair falls from your head. I may not have proof yet, but it is a possibility.
Looks like this is going to drag out a bit longer. Trixie has another witness that can confirm the defendant was indeed at the scene of the crime on the night of the murder.
This one has to be Fluttershy.
I wonder what she saw.
We're about to find out in any case.
The prosecution will bring out their next witness.
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Yep, Flutters.
Witness, get out from under there and state your name and occupation.
Can you please repeat that, young lady? I couldn't hear you.
My name is Fluttershy.
Nope, still couldn't hear you.
Maybe I can milk this situation to our advantage.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this witness clearly doesn't have the ability to testify. Perhaps we should suspend the proceedings of this trial for another...
Oh, Mr. Phoenix!
God damn it!
Oh, fuck.
Haven't died yet? There must be something very wrong. You look so frail and seem to be suffering more than ever right now.
You got the last part right.
Mr. Wright, tell her to state her name and occupation, please.
But that's the prosecution's job. It's her witness.
This witness was being difficult when Trixie was preparing her earlier as well.
Given the circumstance, just do it, Mr. Wright.
Fluttershy. I mean, witness. State your name and occupation, please. Never thought I'd be saying that line.
I'm Fluttershy. I'm an animal caretaker.
Is it true you saw Rainbow Dash leave the Everfree Forest 2 nights ago?
Mr. Wright.
Is it true you saw Rainbow Dash leave the Everfree Forest 2 nights ago? This kind of backfired on me.
Yes, she seemed to be in a hurry.
So the defendant was indeed at the scene of the crime at the night of the murder. Witness, you will... Mr. Wright.
Oh, for God's sakes, Pink It, or Flutters.
Now I have to do your job too, Your Honor. Fluttershy,
Yes, Mr. Phoenix?
can you please testify as to what you saw 2 nights ago when you saw Rainbow Dash leaving the forest?
I don't know what testify means.
It just means tell us what you saw that night.
Oh yes, I can do that. Anything for you, Mr. Phoenix.
Yeah, so cute.
It was during the night hours. I went outside to feed the chickens and the other ones.
I like feeding my
When
chickens
I
too.
was near the chicken coop, I heard a lightning bolt in the distance,
Chickens are so cute.
and it scared me. After I finished feeding my chickens, I saw Rainbow Dash flying away from the forest like something was chasing her. I called out to her, but I don't think she heard me. I looked up, but saw nothing following her. That was when the police ponies arrived. They spoke with me, and I went off to bed at 10:30.
If that isn't an airtight testimony, Trixie doesn't know what is. By Rainbow Trash's own friend, no less.
Fluttershy! Hi, Rainbow Dash.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Did you see anything odd in there, Phoenix?
Not really. Trixie's right. It's kind of airtight.
Then what do we do?
Poke holes into it until it isn't airtight anymore.
Or...
That's the spirit. I just hope Fluttershy isn't lying about anything.
I actually hope she's lying, so I have something to work off of.
It was during the night hours. I went outside to feed the chickens and the other ones.
So, you say you went outside to feed your chickens and the other ones. What do you mean by that?
I'm taking care of a lot of exotic animals right now.
I see. How did you acquire them?
A zoo in Philadelphia is, well, renovating, and they needed a place for all the animals to stay while they do it. They heard about my talent with animals, somehow, and they came to me and asked me to take care of them. Of course I said yes, since they had lots of birdies and critters that I've never seen before, and I always like to meet new animals.
How long have you had these animals?
3 days now.
Is it hard work taking care of them all?
Objection! What, pray tell, does this have to do with murder?
Well, I kind of like animals too, and...
Topic, you incompetent fool!
I really hate you, Trixie. You know that?
Yeah, don't we all?
These exotic animals, though. Something about it.
When I was near my chicken coop, I heard a lightning bolt in the distance, and it scared me.
You heard thunder while you were in your chicken coop?
Well, it was lightning.
No, Fluttershy. Thunder produces the sound, not lightning.
Wrong again, Mr. Wrong.
For the last time, Trixie, it's Wright. Would you please stop calling me that?
Actually, here in Equestria, lightning is what produces the noise when it strikes the ground.
Done!
Oh, for God's sakes.
That wasn't what I wanted to ask anyway. What time is it when you heard it?
8:40 on the dot.
Equestria's logic annoys the shit out of me.
It's the time I feed my chickens every night.
Feeding chickens at night?
Midnight snack.
And you don't need to feed them at late night.
Starve to death while they're sleeping.
Oh my! I never realized the importance of midnight snacking.
Yeah,
That's
no.
our naive Fluttershy.
They don't.
That's my clueless job.
I only feed them twice a day now, since they're fully grown.
Not something else?
That's enough.
I'm sure it was lightning, because the sound of lightning really frightens me. I remember getting scared when I heard it. I nearly dropped out my chicken feed.
This lines up with the time of death and when the initial lightning bolt was set off.
After I finished feeding my chickens, I saw Rainbow Dash flying away from the forest, like something was chasing her. I called out to her, but I don't think she heard me.
How long did it take you to feed your chickens, Fluttershy?
About 15 minutes.
And you're saying you saw Rainbow Dash fleeing from the forest at that time?
Yes, I thought there was a ferocious creature chasing her, judging by how fast she was flying.
What did you do then?
I called out to her at the top of my lungs to see what the problem was.
And she just ignored you?
Yes, I don't know why. I yelled so loud at the top of my lungs, like this. Rainbow Dash, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't the faintest idea how she didn't hear that. So, you didn't see anything chasing Rainbow Dash?
Yes, I watched the forest until the police arrived, but I didn't see or hear anything come out of it after Rainbow Dash.
What is it, Phoenix?
I think I just found a contradiction.
You mean Fluttershy is lying?
I don't know why, but something she said is impossible.
Possible?
Your Honor, can you please have the witness amend that statement to her testimony?
I don't see why not. Witness, please add your previous statement to your testimony.
What?
Okay. I didn't see or hear anything else come out from the forest that night.
Fluttershy, are you absolutely sure about this?
I'm sure. Not a peep or pony came out of that forest until the police came and spoke with me. Then I went to sleep at 10:30.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, please don't frighten the witness.
Right, sorry. But there's a contradiction in this testimony.
What contradiction? Everything she has said meshes with the evidence to a T.
No, there's one thing that isn't right. Fluttershy, you said you were watching the forest until the police arrived, correct?
Yes. Did I do something wrong? I'm so sorry if I did.
No need to be sorry. But you didn't hear or see anything come from the forest?
I didn't see or hear anything else come out of the forest that night.
Then there's clearly a contradiction here. Actually, two.
Please explain what these contradictions are, Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
Fluttershy should have seen someone leave the forest. The previous witness, Apple Bloom.
Ooh, that's right!
Oh!
I didn't see Apple Bloom. I promise.
You see, Fluttershy, you had to have seen Apple Bloom if you were really watching the forest all night. The prosecution even confirmed there's only one way in and out of that forest. And the entrance is right by your cottage.
I don't understand. Why would Fluttershy lie like this?
I don't know either.
Ooh.
We've got to pursue this issue, otherwise
I think someone picked Apple Bloom up and put her somewhere else.
I didn't see her.
It's not just that. There's another thing, Fluttershy. You also stated you heard nothing as well. Earlier I was told lightning makes a noise when it hits the ground in Equestria.
Yes, that is right, Mr. Wright.
Then why didn't Fluttershy mention hearing the second bolt of lightning? Fluttershy says she watched the forest until the police arrived, and they witnessed the third bolt take down a tree firsthand. The second lightning bolt is unaccounted for.
I only heard one bolt of lightning, though.
Objection! Maybe she just forgot about it.
Objection! She stated the first bolt of lightning scared her, from which we can conclude that every bolt of lightning could have been heard from Fluttershy's cottage. It's
So
very
true.
clear this witness is afraid of lightning. And everything for that matter.
Yes, it's true. Lightning scares me. It is so loud and scary. Like that voice you just did, Mr. Phoenix.
There you go, Trixie. She would have remembered the second bolt of lightning frightening her if she had heard it. Also, let's not forget, Apple Bloom didn't mention seeing or hearing this lightning either, now that we know the lightning could have been heard from that far away.
The defense has a point.
And Trixie thinks the defense has nothing.
Eh?
Excuse me?
So what? She didn't see Apple Bloom. What does that prove? Do tell Mr. Wrong, Trixie is all ears.
It questions the credibility of your witnesses! You said it yourself. There's only one way in and out of that forest.
Remember another thing. Anything beyond what Apple Bloom said after the time she heard the lightning bolt is irrelevant.
You can't say this is irrelevant information when your witness didn't see your other witness leave the forest!
Then tell the great and powerful Trixie what it means. Trixie knows one possibility, but that's
It means you
say
told
when it
them to
is
lie.
Wrong. That is, if you have the guts to.
I can't.
Thought so.
What is she talking about, Phoenix? You know a reason why Fluttershy didn't see Apple Bloom?
I do, but I can't say it.
Why not?
I just can't, Twilight. I'll be safe and use the other contradiction as my steed for now.
Eh?
Fine. Forget that. We can't overlook this second bolt of lightning, though. It could have been the real cause of death, making this all just an accident.
Didn't you hear Trixie earlier?
Huh?
Lightning doesn't hit the same spot twice in Equestria.
What?
It says you can't divide by 0. The body was found directly under where the first bolt had struck.
Okay.
Not to mention the odds of a stray bolt of lightning hitting the victim by chance are highly improbable, especially since he was wearing a lightning
In Human World, they try to
remember
prove
her
that
bringing
too,
up
but
this lightning
apparently
suit.
lightning can hit
It's what the
at the same
Pegasi wear
time.
when
It's just a
working
rare
with weather.
chance.
Or, in this case, a modified version designed for large-scale races where they might encounter dangerous weather conditions.
How exactly does the suit work?
It's a two-piece suit, worn on the head and body. The fabric is made up of an effective insulator that protects Pegasi from being harmed by lightning.
Then how did he die if he was wearing the suit?
There are some parts of the body that the suit does not cover, namely certain parts of the head and neck. A precise, aimed bolt could still hit him in the sweet spots, which is what Trixie is basing her claims on.
But it's still possible for a random bolt to hit him in one of those exposed spots.
I'm surprised you haven't realized it yet, Mr. Wrong.
What, that you're an arrogant bitch?
You've been babbling about Trixie's witnesses not seeing the second bolt of lightning so much you seem to have forgotten. The second bolt seems to not exist at all. Trixie will be sure to have a chat with the Pegasi who gave her these cloud ballistics to confirm it, Trixie assures you. Even if we take your silly theory into consideration, the odds of him being struck down by a random bolt of lightning are too low without having some concrete proof.
The prosecution's logic is very sound. The chances of a lightning bolt hitting the victim by chance are too small to hold water in this court without any
Yeah,
proof.
unfortunately.
Considering the protection he was wearing. Objection overruled!
No! Every time I make an objection, she has it refuted just like that.
Damn.
Too bad, Mr. Wrong.
You deserve a good
Enough.
bat behind the head.
I'm afraid the defense's line has run short. Do you have anything else you would like to say, Mr. Wright, before I hand down my verdict?
I'm going to lose if I don't do something fast!
Phoenix, there has got to be something we can do. It can't end like this.
Yeah.
I know, but I need more time. I need more information.
Please, Your Honor, make this quick. Trixie's starting to feel sorry for this hopeless defense team.
There is
Such a
one thing
pain in the neck.
I didn't want to do it earlier, but I have no choice.
Eh?
I need more time and evidence. This is the only way.
Your
Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright?
The defense would like to cast suspicion on another.
Another suspect?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
But who?
Is this the last bastion of Mr. Wrong? Let's hear it. Who is this mystery suspect?
I'm far from being done, Trixie. The suspect the defense accuses is the witness, Fluttershy!
Huh?
What the fuck are you doing?
Fluttershy is a Pegasus. Therefore, she could have tampered with the cloud and the crime scene. Let's not forget, there was a very large time frame where Fluttershy was alone. She even stated she didn't see Apple Bloom leave the forest, when we all know she should have.
But I was watching it the whole time. I'm not lying.
Fluttershy also has connections with my client. She could have been the one who took the storm cloud my client was scheduled to set off.
Oh, you're screwing up so badly.
Around the crime scene.
Cringe.
Phoenix, stop this! She didn't do it!
But the defendant's hoof marks were on the storm cloud, Mr. Wright. How do you explain that?
I'd be surprised if they weren't there, Your Honor.
I don't follow.
Simple. Rainbow Dash was to put those clouds on the eastern end of Ponyville, according to this weather schedule.
Ooh!
Of course her hoof prints are there. She was just doing her job. Fluttershy could have come and taken one of the clouds with the marks on it, set it off, and removed her own markings from the cloud. That is possible, right?
Yes, one could wipe a cloud of their hoof marks.
Then all the more reason to suspect her.
All day, though.
Phoenix, you're supposed to be defending my friends.
The forest, Mr. Wright. How would this witness have been able to see in it?
It must be like a backyard to her. She could probably navigate it by memory, just as you could probably navigate your house with your eyes
So you're
closed.
gonna get Fluttershy banished.
This is a very bold claim, Mr. Wright. This meek little thing looks like she wouldn't harm a fly. Why would she frame her friend?
It's true. I have 10 pet flies. Michael, Donna, Steven,
Really?
Jackie.
Easy. To cover her own guilt. Besides, as the prosecution has stated, why she did it is irrelevant. The fact still stands. She's just as suspicious as Rainbow Dash.
I can't believe you're saying this. I trusted you.
You're going to need more proof to accuse this witness, Mr. Wright. Do you have any evidence that can place her on the crime scene?
In fact, I do, Your Honor. This!
A feather?
That's not her color.
Belong to her?
No, I found this feather at the crime scene. It's way too big to belong to any bird or Pegasus pony in Ponyville.
Just what are you getting at, Mr. Wright? How does this relate to the witness?
Fluttershy,
Exotic birds.
Yes, Mr. Phoenix.
do you allow any of your exotic animals to go in the Everfree Forest?
Oh no, it is much too dangerous in there. They are kept locked up tightly when I'm not playing with them.
As I thought. Fluttershy stated earlier she's caring for animals not native to Ponyville. This feather could belong to one of them. It could have been brought there unintentionally by Fluttershy as she framed my client.
Objection! This can't go on.
The defense is objecting to itself?
Yes. Mr. Wright doesn't know what he's talking about. His words are nothing but slander and lies.
Twilight?
Objection! Zip it, Twilight. You're only his co-counsel and nothing more. Crediting an attorney like that will get you held in contempt.
You're a hypocrite. You've been degrading him all day long.
And then Trixie has just called Mr. Wrong names. Never once has Trixie accused him of lies or slander, which is a serious accusation.
You're right as always, Miss Trixie. Another outburst by the defensive counsel, and they will be held in contempt of court.
But...
Trust me, I don't want to do this, Twilight. But it's the only way I can buy more time.
Back to the matter at hand. I still have a hard time believing this little pony would do something like this.
The evidence speaks for itself, Your Honor. This feather puts Fluttershy on the scene of the crime. I demand further investigation to find out if this feather belongs to any of Fluttershy's animals.
Miss Trixie.
It looks like Gilda's feather.
All of this. You have been surprisingly quiet regarding all of Mr. Wright's claims.
You know what? Trixie agrees. Fluttershy is suspicious. The investigation team did indeed see this feather on the crime scene. We brushed it off as just a plain old bird feather, but as Trixie's feeble opponent has pointed out, it does seem kind of big up close, and with this information regarding these zoo animals, it does seem to cast suspicion over this witness.
You're gonna try to get her banished too, you little
we will have to
bitch.
suspend proceeding until tomorrow for further investigation.
You don't think Trixie knows this? Another one of Twilight Sparkle's little friends in the Slammer is reward enough for Trixie today.
You really are the biggest bitch, aren't you?
And Trixie has you to thank, Mr. Wrong. You've made this experience much, much more fulfilling. Perhaps Trixie will give you a voucher to her next performance.
Go yourself.
All proceeding for this case will be suspended until tomorrow. Bailiff, please take the suspect into custody for questioning.
Oh, no.
Oh, where are you taking me? I wouldn't do that to any pony. Twilight, Mr. Phoenix.
Oh, Twilight's gonna rip your head off, Phoenix.
Phoenix, how could you?
What have I done?
Yeah.
I expect both sides will gather more evidence for tomorrow.
Trixie shouldn't need to if they're planning on keeping that second-rate lawyer over there.
Court is now adjourned.
What have you done? Really? Oh, is there? This really? Yep. Yeah, put you there. Alright, that was my reaction to the final part of MLP Phoenix, Wright, MLP, FIM, Turnabout Storm, yada yada yada, part 2. So, yeah, that was interesting. Holy crap, Trixie's the biggest bitch on the planet. Wow. Thank God in the show she matured. A little. Not a lot, just a little. It's a smidge. Yeah, not much, but still, God. That's why I don't like Trixie at all. That ego, she just loves making other people suffer. She's like the total opposite of me. I try to make people happy. I try to make them smile and crap like that. But anyway, hope you guys liked the reaction, and have a nice day.